It's late night and I'm drinking wine. So it's a little tipsy tarot. I just poured this glass of wine. I just finished my last reading of the night. Shout out to Zeph, the wrench with the mostest, and Dave Murphy. Good to see you. So, interesting things afoot. We have what they say is jurors reach a partial. Oh, there's MMD. I got all my faves in here. Faves and babes. So, jurors reach a partial verdict in Sean Diddy Combs' trial, ordered to keep deliberating. So, the partial verdict is they cannot come to a decision on the racketeering charge. So, for our purposes here, racketeering. Now, that was the one that we thought they were going to have some issues with because of Capricorn Clark. So racketeering is dishonest and fraudulent business dealings. They're split on the RICO charges. I thought it was on the racketeering. Okay. It might be the RICO charges because Capricorn Clark was, and my hair is an absolute nightmare. It's raining here, so I was out in the rain. Rico would take him down for life. I think the accumulation of everything is going to take him down anyway. I don't think he's getting out of there. So everybody that's coming in, give a shout out to Dave Murphy. Dave Murphy, who is getting sprung tomorrow, getting sprung from the hospital, going home, and he's going to rest up. Hi, Penny D. So definitely happy that our good friend Dave Murphy has made it back home, or is making it back home. He's almost back home. So, RICO charges, racketeering. Let me see. Let me look it up. It's late night. Penny, I'm having some wine, so grab some wine yourself. And my hair is a mess because it's raining. Oh, that is such a good glass of wine. Can't even tell you. Oh, Dave, was I not supposed to tell everybody? Dave's getting out of the hospital. Hi, Pam. How are you? So all my friends on the other side of the planet, you're getting a little treat. You're getting me. Weird hours here. All right, so hang on. I've got things in the way. That is a video. I don't want that. So the verdict. Just bear with me, guys. I want to break it down tomorrow. So, still deliberating. After the jury told the court it had reached partial verdict, but did not come to a decision on the racketeering charge. So, racketeering, definition, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings. Let's get back to this. Combs is charged with 5 criminal counts, 1 of racketeering conspiracy, 2 of crosstown trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, 2 of transport to engage in prostitutka. I'm going to say it in Russian. I don't know if they're picking it up. And he has vociferously denied the allegations. Blah, 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 blah. So what do we want to do, guys? We want to look at the different charges and see what we've got. Some of them may be yay and some of them may be nay. Let's see what's holding up that jury. So hit that like button if you're watching on the vertical. Just hit it twice. I'm going to bring up the cards here. I don't see. Yeah, I don't either. I think that's weird, right? It's going to get a hung. All right. Help me out there. Zeph. Tell me why you think it's going to be a hung jury. I'm going to bring this up nice and big. 16 people in the chat. Howdy do. Everyone say hello. at the hostesses with the mostesses. Now we got Penny D here. And I should put on the bottom of the screen, Dave Murphy. Heading home tomorrow. We're also streaming on the Psychic News Report, which is my other channel, which is on hiatus right now. So we may have some interesting people from the Psychic News Report. So if you're tuning in from the Psychic News Report and not Fortune Cookies Tarot by Annabelle, let us know. Let us know. All good stuff, my friends. My friends. It's a fresh new month. Fresh new month. And I can't shuffle cards at all. Zeph, I need your help. I literally just started drinking this wine, so don't think that like I'm all tipsy tarot out. So, hi Prima darling, you're up late. So let's look at the racketeering conspiracy, because this is the one that it's saying they are holding up on. Let's see what the for and against is all about. Shuffle the corners. I have a kitty cat scratch today, so I'm extra wiggly with my hands. So what is the holdup on the racketeering charge? What is the debate here? What is the storyline? So we're going to do a little storytelling here. You ready? Two of Pentacles. Obviously, they've got, they're going in two directions. 10 of Cups. Oh, you're in Mexico. I didn't know that. Huh. Okay. Hi, Kathy White. It's good to see you. Hit that like button as you come on in. Come on in. So here, there are some people there that really don't think this is all that bad. So what did I say the definition was? Definition is dishonest, fraudulent business dealings. To be a fly on the wall. Zeph, I think you're right. I don't think the racketeering is going to stick. I think they're going to turn that down. Are they going to say not guilty for racketeering? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I don't think we're getting the racketeering charge. There's a lot of men on that jury. So how about the two charges for crosstown trafficking? Two charges for crosstown trafficking. Got to look at them separately. 1 and 2. Are those going to be guilty? Guys, ask me your questions in the chat. There's 1. There's 2. Now, here's where it gets confusing because, yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting, Zeph, too. Some of them with the crosstown trafficking, they're looking at it like it's a job. And I think that leans into racketeering and RICO. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're doing crosstown traffic, that can be pretty dangerous. And here, definitely crosstown traffic going down. So I think those are guilty. 2 of transport to engage in prostitutka. Here's 1 charge. And the other charge. That's a yes. This one's a no. That's a no. So I don't know if we're getting... I almost think that the charges, they look at them differently because of the two dudes that were up there. The 2 interesting dudes. And I was going to do a blow-by-blow, pardon the pun, of the players in this particular trial. And what happened was something happened with my spreadsheet and they disappeared. Yes, they can do interviews after. So time is of the essence for me. Jonathan Odie never made it onto the stand. So he was one that I wanted to look at. That was the guy who went bananas in the Trump Hotel and told the police years ago that he was a slave for Diddy and his girlfriend. So, yeah, we will find out some information later. So, let's do a little check-in with Diddy right now. How's he feeling? Apparently, they came over to, and I've been doing readings all day, guys. So, I have no idea. It was just like quick flash things. Like, I actually went in, I did a bunch of shorts, and I did a check-in on him earlier, and I put the time on it. Because it was done like right around 12 o'clock, and I don't know if that was before or after. So, how is Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do feeling right now? How's he feeling? He thinks he's still in the game. Expect an appeal. I don't know if like even that's possible, but expect an appeal. He's going to appeal to it. Good day, Elizabeth Higgins. Special treat for you guys later tonight. What time is it where you guys are? What time is it in Australia? I always do. Wait, it's 12 hours plus 2, depending on which side of the country you're on. So it may be 10 a.m. and it may be noon, lunchtime. Dave, are they giving you lunch right now? Tell those nurses to treat you right. 11:30 a.m. Tell those nurses to treat you right. Tell them to come in and fluff your pillow. You need that pillow fluff. So this, I think he's going to say that it was a miscarriage of justice. I think if I'm right, I think he is going to say, Dave, that is nonsense. You tell them to bring you lunch right now. I said, Dave needs lunch. Bring him something good. I think that we are going to hear kind of a Johnny Cochran speech. So I actually love Johnny Cochran in the OJ fame. I thought he was super dynamic. I thought he was super interesting, and he did do one hell of a case. I mean, you got to admit, like, if you know anything about the OJ Simpson case, it was remarkable that Johnny Cochran got him off. I know that Kardashian was involved in all that, but it really was a truly amazing feat of legal work that he did. Are you going to bed?
No.
Oh. Our power went out?
It kicked off and then turned on again.
Oh. Can you guys still see me? Apparently our power went out for a second. Is it still thundering?
Don't hear it.
I don't hear it either. So, I didn't skip a beat. So, you guys got to stop doing the math. Why can't I do 12 hours? 12 hours plus 2. Oh my God. You guys are doing so much math in the chat. So, Johnny Cochran was really amazing. I think that the attorney that's representing Diddy in this case is going to stand up and attempt to give a Johnny Cochran kind of speech. He really was a great orator, in my opinion. So absolutely, they're going to say that this was a miscarriage of justice. I would not be surprised if Diddy kind of acts out in the courtroom when the verdict comes in. Now, what a shame that we're not going to see that on TV, but we will see the drawing. They'll have the drawing for us. There's going to be some very strong words. They're going to say that this man could never get a fair trial. He is an uber successful Black man in America. I think they're going to say that due to his success and privilege that he was never going to be given a fair chance because he was so successful. Totally, I get it. And that there is no jury of his peers, that you cannot put a jury of Diddy's peers together. Did you hear what's going on, Gregory? They have a partial verdict in the Diddy case.
Let me get a partial verdict.
They were sent back to, I know I said the same thing. They were sent back to continue to deliberate the racketeering charge. Do you want to have a voice in this? We're doing a late night live on him.
A voice in I don't have enough information. I couldn't care less about Diddy or P. Diddy or whatever his freaking name is this time.
Okay.
Puffy Combs. Sean Combs.
Puffy Combs.
Sean Puffy Combs. Sean Puffy.
So if found guilty, Penny D's got to go down. Penny, it's good to see your name is back. And you're not like PLLD 9675309. Like, it was very confusing. I had no idea it was you. No, everybody had these numbers after their name. It was really strange. So Pamela Morrow says, hi, Gregopedia.
Hello, Pamela Morrow.
He says, hello, Pamela Morrow. And she's in Australia, so she is in the Morrow.
Australia.
I'm sorry I had to do that.
She's in the future.
She's in the future.
Hello from the future. Well, hello from the past.
Hello from the past. So, if he is found guilty, will he give more names? Let's see. He'll be like, J-Lo did it. Oh, that's a yes. That is a... Oh, you're in Ontario, Canada. I'm sorry, honey. Pamela's in Ontario, Canada.
Ontario.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a yes. Yes, yes, yes. How's J-Lo gonna fare? Gotta ask. Temperance. Nope. Not gonna fry J-Lo. Why would he? She's Jenny from the block.
Batman.
How about who is he was with Whitney.
Bobby Brown?
No, not boyfriend, the producer guy. Hello, Maria. We're reading on the Diddy case. So do you have questions about the Diddy case? Ooh.
How are Jack and Diane doing?
Maria, only on the Diddy case tonight. Clive Davis, that's what I was thinking about, Penny. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to talk. Let's see, Jay-Z. How is Jay-Z going to do? Jay-Z. Is he going to throw down for Jay-Z? Throwing down for Jay-Z. How is Jay-Z going to do? I wouldn't know. Ooh. Jay-Z's got other stuff going on, guys. Jay-Z's trying to get off the couch. So Billy, they have a partial verdict. They didn't announce it yet. And they're still deliberating on the racketeering charge. The judge told them, go back and do it until it's done. My friend Jenny used to say that. I can't remember what she used to say. So, Dave Murphy, hang on. Can you get that? Boop. Boop. So, Jay-Z is working on keeping his relationship together right now. Dee Marie, good question. Good question. So, Jay-Z going to get wrapped up in this. I went into his own personal life. So, Jay-Z is Halo. I think Jay-Z is going to be out of this. I don't think Jay-Z is going to get caught up in it. Clive Davis. Are we going to find anything out about Clive Davis? Clive Davis. Clive Davis. We're going to hear about Clive Davis, who has like a creepy, who was the Wall of Sound? It's so late. Greg, the Wall of Sound.
Wall of Sound.
Yes. Who made the Wall of Sound? He did River Deep Mountain High with Killed.
Oh, Spectre. Right?
Phil Spector. Thank you. Yes.
Is it Ronnie?
Huh?
Is it Phil or Ronnie?
It's Phil. Ronnie was his wife.
Oh.
Yes. Ronnie was a woman. Was a woman? So Clive Davis. Clive Davis, are you gonna get wrapped up in this? Anybody gonna have anything to say about Clive Davis? What's the story with Clive Davis? Oh, he's wrapped up like a douche in the rumor in the night. Clive Davis has separated himself from all of the icky that he did during his time. He is well protected from all of the icky. So let me fix this because my cards are straight, but the camera's not. But I do think posthumously Clive Davis is going to be fried like a fish. I think they're going to have a lot of things to say about him. So we'll have to stay tuned to that. And let me see here. All right, Diddy. Well, Diddy, there's Dave Murphy, everybody. Ooh. Barney, I'm your Huckleberry man. I will do that. I'll do that. Hang on. Sit tight, bubby. Sit tight, bubby. I hope you had a good day today. Hope you put out great content today. I have been doing private readings all day long. I have a glass of wine, and we're doing some tipsy tarot here. All right, Dave Murphy. Will Diddy get protective custody or will he be in the GP? What is... I'm pretty sure he's going to be locked up. Barney, what do you think? What do you think? You think he's going to go down like Chinatown? Barney, you want to come on? I'll drop a link for you if you want to come on. Let me know in the chat. So, what will they do? Oof. He's not going to be a happy camper. Not going to be a happy camper. I think Diddy was the top. I don't think Diddy was the top. I don't think so. I don't think Diddy's the top.
No. Not
with Clive Davis. No. That's the power broker, man. Power broker. So, midlife bro logic. Tomorrow I'm doing a read on potential FFs in the United States. It's in the can and it's going to launch at like 1:00 in the morning. So you can tell me what you think about that. I didn't look at your neck of the woods, but I looked at my neck of the woods. So this is the thing. I do think that they're going to go with the standard protocol that he has right now during the trial. I think they have to do that. The thing is that he doesn't like that, and he doesn't like the alternative either. So, and I've always said, like, oh, false flag. We're not supposed to say it on YouTube, but I'll say it. It's late night. I'm having a glass of wine. False flags. False flags. Should I say it again?
Why not?
False flags. So, I've always said, like, if I was ever like, confined someplace, I would totally go for like the solitary confinement, because the library cart comes by, and then somebody who had been to prison told me, when you're in solitary, the library cart doesn't come by. No. And I was like, it's not like Shawshank Redemption, like they don't bring the library cart, so you don't even get to read. So like if I could get to read all the time, I would be like, yay, I would be fine. But no, I guess that's not how it goes. Um, Barney, lots of conservative conspiracy channels are saying that we're due for a false flag, like an event to spur the emotions of the United States people to get them to act out. So I think there's some strange things afoot. 48 people in the chat. Please be sure to hit that like button and be sure to take advantage of my fireworks sale. It is a limited time sale. It is only through the 3rd because I am taking the 4th and the 5th off. I am going to see some fireworks. I am going to have a great time. And then on the 5th, my cousin has her engagement party. So I'm going to be over there hanging out. She's a lot younger than me. So, it's a first time marriage. It's going to be super, super fun. So I will be off for part of the weekend, but for you guys, I've extended hours on it was today, tomorrow, and the next day. So you can jump in there. Oh, now isn't that super nice? Valerie Ellis, thank you so much. That, the super chats and the super stickers actually make it really easy for me to do this full time and not have to go back to an enslaved office job. So I really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. And most importantly, it lets YouTube know that you guys really like the content that I'm putting out. And so they push me to the front of the line when people are looking for tarot readings. So Valerie Ellis, you are super appreciated. And I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you for what you can do to have your best week ever. And we're going to use the Tasty Tarot. This is Tarot Oracle. It's another channel here on YouTube. Great channel, great content. He does like a nightly live. He's in a little bit of poor health right now, but he did a nightly live. And he developed this deck and a couple other decks. They're available on Etsy, the Tarot Oracle store on Etsy. I don't have any affiliation with him. I just think he's a super guy. So what you need to know, Emperor, take charge. And then the 8 of Swords. And then we're going to do that Justice and Upright. So the Emperor, that means light up some fireworks, grill that burger. Look, it's a little burger. Oh my God, so cute. So take charge. Emperor energy is taking charge, doing what you know is right, being pretty rigid about your decision-making process. 8 of Swords is the same kind of emotion here, same kind of energy. This is what we want to do when we lock into a set of ideas. We are going to commit to it and we're going to stick with it. Justice is keeping things nice and even. So even though you're going to push for your kind of way of doing things, so if you want to go to the lake and somebody wants to go to the beach, just be judicious about it. Don't be overly emotional. Don't be overexcited about it. And just say, this is what I want to do. This is what works for me. So thank you very much for your contribution. I really, really appreciate it. Marie, I am going to try and go live on Thursday afternoon for General Pop. So I do have to do my monthly giveaway for my members, and I want to do that before we get through the holiday weekend. So I am likely going to schedule real quick lives on Thursday afternoon. So that'll be New York time. So I think you're 5 or 6 hours off from me. So 5 or 6 hours ahead of me. So I will absolutely do that. But so let's jump back on over. Is Juror 25 compromised? Juror 25. Let's see what's going on. Juror 25 compromised. So Maria, I have you on private message too. I'll talk to you right after this. Okay. If I forget, message me again. Oh, Valerie, thank you. I try. I try to be awesome every day. I'm not. I made my family cheesesteaks for dinner tonight. Nary a vegetable in sight. Juror 25, let's get the scoop on them. No, Juror 25, justice. Justice means they may have an affinity for his music. They may have an affinity for the person that they thought he was, but I think that they are looking at things very carefully. Wheel of Fortune there. This is still juror 25, guys. 10 of Pentacles. You know, I got two cards stuck together. Temperance and Wands. I do think that every ounce of his body, or his or her body, that juror 25, they want to say not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. This is, never meet your heroes. That's something people absolutely should live by. Never meet your heroes, right, Greg?
Yes.
Didn't you have one?
Hmm?
Didn't you have a never meet your hero moment?
No. High five Tito Santana once.
Who's Tito Santana?
The wrestler.
Oh.
Wrestler.
Zeph smells fire. Go ahead, Zeph. Penny. You're all wrench, Penny. You're all fur coat, no trousers. That's from Beer Fest. That was one of the British guys in Beer Fest. Zeph smells fire. That's alarming because I know the area that she lives in. So Barney, who's on top, Diddy or Clive? Barney, I want to know your opinion on all this. What do you think of the whole Diddy thing?
Is that the same?
That's Barney. We're friends now.
Oh, interesting way to make a friendship.
Yes. Well, some things are forged in fire.
They've been quenched in acid, apparently.
Quenched in ayahuasca. So who's on top? Was it Diddy? Was it Clive? Oh, Diddy got the devil.
Did I take him off my list with the lipstick?
Huh?
Did I take him off my list with the lipstick?
Is it in lipstick?
That was
I know.
Billy Madison.
I think so. I love Steve Buscemi. I love him. So I think Diddy, so Barney, just so you know, the devil is about the things that you choose to do because they feel good, they feel right, they feel So I do think that maybe Diddy was like, and Clive's got the two of wands here. I don't think that he was very flexible on that. I wonder if Clive had ever been to Bohemian Grove. What do you think, Greg?
I think for my own and our safety, we should stop asking those kind of questions.
I did hear a helicopter go over really low.
And just,
helicopters, woo! I'll show you helicopters.
Not get involved.
All of a sudden, I hear that music from Goodfellas. So, all right, is Ashton Kutcher ever going to get brought up? And drop your questions, guys. Drop your Diddy questions. Drop your Clive Davis questions. Will Ashton Kutcher ever be brought up? This is all satellite stuff. Looking back in the past. Oh, that's something else there, guys, huh? So, yeah, the look back is not good. The look back on Ashton is not good. Oh, Leo. Pamela, do I have to? Do I have to ask about Leo? I don't want to ask about Leo. He's getting a little long in the tooth. Leo DiCaprio. Still cute. Still cute. I know I'm not his type.
You're far too old.
I am way too old. I think Elle is too old.
I was going to say that.
Francois. Yeah, Barney, I would love to have you come up. If you can still eat, what are you eating? Hang on, Barney, keep eating. Let me cruise through these questions, and then we'll have you come up, and we'll just have a chit chat and have a glass of wine. I shouldn't talk like that about Leonardo DiCaprio. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Barney thinks that I should not talk about other men like that. What do you think? So, Barney,
that.
we
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
hot.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah, he's here. He's my husband's right here. He's working right next to me. When I do my lives, he's usually right next to me.
Oh, because we could be out like, and I'll be like, oh, she's got a great butt, and you'll be like, yeah, she does.
Yeah,
You know,
like
we do it all the time.
he'll look at butts.
I think it's healthy, actually.
I do, and we both have Patrick Stewart on our call pass list. So
You keep bringing that up.
he said he feels like Cassie's husband when you talk like that. Oh, poor Cassie's husband. Leo is almost your age. Lulu's mom. Yeah, right? Like Leo's a grown up now. I remember what was the show that he started? You know, we're getting too far afield. So wait, I gotta look. Ashton Kutcher. We're just gonna take a look at Ashton Kutcher real quick, and then I bring Barney up. And Zeph, can you drop his link while I'm doing this reading on Ashton? What's the deal with Ashton for right now? Like what's his state of panic or bliss? Oh. All right. So Ashton is throwing the coin around. Hi, Dracil. Ashton's throwing the coin around to keep the partying quiet. He's making some payments because it's not going away. The stories are not going on. Now, that gal that he went on the date with that was off unalived in the apartment, I don't think he had anything to do with that. I don't. I've done readings on it, and I don't think that he did that. And like the other guy got framed, I don't think that that's what went down. I do think that Ashton, the payoffs that he's doing is working for entertainment purposes only. He regrets what he did in the past. He regrets all of that nonsense. Drusilla, how you doing, babe?
Well, you haven't seen him at a party once.
Ashton, I did, but I'm not gonna.
I know you can't say it.
I can't. Yeah, I was at a party. I was at a premiere with Ashton in LA. Not with him. I saw him. And all of that 70s show. Kids. All of them. Mila Kunis is freaking adorable. Freaking adorable in person. So let's go down. Leo and Francois. I did read a little bit on J-Lo, but I'll do a little bit more.
Did you know Mila Kunis had to stop playing World of Warcraft because she joined a guild?
Yes, and they found out who she was.
Well, her voice was so distinct that when she got on the chat, everybody just kept telling her to shut up, Megan, and everybody knew where she was. So she got tired of being told to shut up, and then secondly, everybody started bothering. She couldn't play the game anymore. So,
guys, I don't know if you heard all of that, but Mila Kunis used to play World of Warcraft. My husband plays World of Warcraft too, and she was in a guild, and you talk on the guilds like Leroy Jenkins, and she had to stop playing because every time she would talk, everyone would say, "Shut up, Meg." Oh, Lulu's mom used to play. Yeah. Greg has still plays, but he is also advanced to Warhammer 40K.
Really. I haven't played it in a long time.
What are you doing in that chair all night long?
Looking at butt.
Is it tentacle porn?
I'm looking at butt. No, it's Japanese doesn't mean I'm in a tentacle porn.
Drusilla, you're doing a puppy birthday? Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh. So I do want to point out.
Best role still was Arnie.
The wand. Okay, note what the wand looks like because it is that kind of an energy. So here we've got Leonardo DiCaprio with a little bit of bada bang, bada boom kind of feeling. And he is very much, he leans into the whole like mythology of him like only having the young girls. Like he's leaning into it now. And I think he's channeling Jack Nicholson a little bit. I think he's like, I am going to, just own this as much as I can. But the indiscretions, I think, sit poorly with him. Yet they're at bay. They're being held at bay. And that is by his celebrity and by his place in Hollywood right now. He's got, you know, a pretty good seat in Hollywood. He's not really fighting it. You know, he's not scrambling for those roles anymore. So, all right, we're going to look at J-Lo, and then Barney's going to come up. We're going to talk about the Diddy trial. Barney does like politics and all kinds of culture stuff. So, Lulu, you think he got stuck in the Howard Hughes role? Yeah, that was a wild role, right? Like, I couldn't like make it through that whole movie without my head hurting. I just couldn't. So, all right, J-Lo. What's J-Lo thinking right now? So I don't think she's gonna get dragged into this. So J-Lo's got her people covering this up. Oh, under the surface, she's a sneaky snack. Words of my friend Alicia. Not gonna stick. Nothing's going to stick to her. She has got all the right people covering up the storylines and everything that's out there. She's got all the right people doing it. She's got a good team that is keeping her image as clean as it can. Now, it's a little sketchy, but they're keeping her as clean as possible. Barney, you still here? Because I am going to drop the link, man. You can jump right in. I don't know if you use StreamYard, so... There you go. Okay. Only Barney, guys. This link is for Barney. I'm going to drop that. Hide that. And make myself gigantic. Oh, Psychic News Report had it too. We should delete that off there. We get all kinds of strangers. Oddly enough, when I was doing one of my private readings, I had I had sent the link over to somebody and she accidentally released it in a group chat and somebody else came in. I was like, who the hell was that? And she's like, oh my God, I sent it out on a group chat. It's really funny. I was like, oh, I totally like squashed the person. I was like, get out, get out, private. So come on, Barney, come on up. Hello, Paul.
Hey.
This thing out. Cheers, man. How you doing?
I'm all right. Chilling.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Oh.
So, yeah, I worked all day, so I'm having a quick drink. And I saw the Diddy stuff was going on. What's your take on the whole Diddy thing?
There's no way that Diddy could get a fair case in America after that Cassie video came out. There's no way. You know, he beat her down. He beat her up. They're not even supposed to put that into perspective. They're not supposed to hold that against them. But how can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not? How that look of this dude in a towel in a hotel chasing down a woman you can't beat that. You can't unsee that. So there's no way that he would have a fair trial. So hopefully the lawyers will say, hey, my client didn't have a fair trial. I don't know. It looks like he's locked up. I haven't even studied the results. This isn't really my bread and butter, this case. But from the little that I've seen, and I have to do some research, truthfully, from the little that I've seen, putting the Cassie thing aside, I don't think he's guilty. I think everyone is a willing participant. Of course, excuse me, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Prostitution is illegal. Sorry about that. What? Prostitution is illegal in America, but for me, I don't really have a problem with it as long as they're adults. So it's kind of hard for me to care that, oh no, he paid people that wanted to have sex for money. You know, how shall we say, adult actress, that's prostitution just with the camera. What's the difference, right? How is that legal and one's not? So, but I don't want to get off track on that. But I think they're just willing participants. Regret. It's embarrassing, right? Being Cassie and now she's all wiped up by some guy. It's so humiliating, right? It's so humiliating. I don't know what guys are out here doing. Maybe they want to delve into their girlfriend, wife's past, and it's just like, bro, don't do it. But as far as like Cassie goes, oh, it's like the whole world knows what she did. The whole world, it's just so, oh, you can't look at. I never even knew who Cassie was, honestly. But anytime I look at her, I know what I'm going to be thinking, and I know what the whole world's going to be thinking. And when you look at that guy, you're just like, damn. And then he's kind of rich, sitting off of Diddy money. It's kind of, oh, it's so emasculating. It's so horrible. It's just so horrible all around.
So, Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Unfortunately, if you decriminalize prostitution, and Zephyr said, it's not illegal in some counties of Nevada. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but once you decriminalize it, it becomes regulated by the government. And so then you get into like a whole other weird thing. So like, what are they going to, is there going to be like a menu, like Chinese food? Like, you can do this, but you can't do that. Like, I think.
Well, why not? Why don't prostitutes unionize? There's some strippers that tried to unionize. I think they did it. Why not? Why not have a union? It's a profession that is wanted. It's a profession with a need and a want that may prevent incels. It's a dangerous profession because you put your body at risk. Why not do it? I know it's crazy, but why not do all those things? Go ahead.
Maybe you get less school shootings.
What's that?
Maybe you get less school shootings.
Yes.
Could you hear that? We can't say
it's
that.
True. It's true.
I believe that.
Yeah, I mean,
law enforcement.
I think, Barney, I don't know if my husband's law enforcement. He's almost done. He's going to be done August 1st. It was
Congrats.
top secret, and then it got outed, so we just kind of went with it. He already put his retirement in. What's that?
Congrats, bro. You made it.
Yeah.
He made it. Yes. That's what they're all saying. His whole police academy class is like, yep, we're getting out now. But I think it would eliminate that. But back to the Diddy thing, I agree with you because, there are certain elements in the entertainment industry where people are willing to set some morality aside for the fruits of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like the Weinstein. Some of them were willing.
It's the Weinstein thing. What'd you think of the Weinstein thing? We can talk about him now.
Did you put a filter on me?
No, not at all. Did you want a filter?
No.
You just look
Weinstein must be Weinstein. I think Weinstein's innocent. It's quid pro quo. I'm pretty sure not against the law. That's what it was. Hey, get with me and you'll get the part. Play the game. Play along.
So I think he was excessively aggressive in a number of cases that were cited during his hearing. But I agree with you. I think you cannot have a 15, 20-year career where you're getting all these fabulous roles, and then when somebody else blows the whistle on him, start boo-hooing and crying, well, me too. Me too.
Meryl Streep, you went into his hotel. What did you think was going to happen?
I think Meryl Streep did make some kind of comment like that. But, that's so Barney, like when I was a kid, I grew up listening to punk rock music, and we'd be down in Trenton, we'd be up at CBGB's, all these crazy things. And I was there when I was 14 years old. And if you have some sense about you, you don't get yourself into situations that you can't get out of. Situational awareness is key when you are getting yourself into hotel rooms with a producer who may give you a role, or when you're getting into, a club or getting into somebody's car. Situational awareness is very, very important. And you should always have an out. And in my opinion, who was it? What's her name? Lupita Nyong'o. She's
Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o, is that her name? She actually was propositioned by Weinstein, and she bailed out of the room. But she was really clever about it.
He came out in his bathroom. All right, he's like, give me back row. Like, okay, hold on a second. Let me go to the bathroom and I'll get myself ready. And while he was face down,
she scooted out of the room.
She scooted out of the room.
Yeah. So,
so sleazy is one thing, but the question is, did he prevent them from leaving, or did they? If he stopped them from leaving and forced them to perform acts, obviously I'm against that. But quid pro quo, people do things of that nature. Like someone you want to be around, you probably do a lot for them. You'll pick up Starbucks for them. That's just like the first step.
Yeah, right.
You'll do that. Like if I could go meet my, I don't know, idol, and the prerequisite was pick me up a 6-pack, get me some Starbucks, and go buy me some steaks, I'd be like, yes, sir. You know, obviously,
I mean, you
special
work in the industry.
favors are different, huh?
By the way, I watched your clip. Well done, very good. I was very impressed.
Thank you. I don't know what clip you're talking about, but thank you.
The one that you, I think you linked it, in your last live.
Thank you. I don't know which one I linked, but thank you.
So, so you're in the industry, so you know, like, you know, the most impactful thing somebody said to me when I lived in LA was because I was getting settled and I was starting to look for a job, and didn't really need anything that was going to like blow the doors off, just something to do. And somebody said to me, because I was like, oh, like it's so competitive. Like, why are these like namby-pamby jobs so competitive? And they said, no matter what job you're looking for, you could be a barista at Starbucks, somebody standing in line and ready to stab the crap out of you to get that job.
You mean the acting? I forgot. Yeah, I'm in the acting industry. Sure. I know what you're talking about because I do so many things.
Did you forget you were a millionaire too? Are you a millionaire too? I forgot what are the things that you forget, Marty?
I had a role. I play the bad guy. That's my specialty. I'm out here in the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia. And I'm not really like some lifetime actor. I'm not an expert. I'm just kind of trying it out. And they send you like a script if you get the part, and then you read it, and then like you read and see how much you get. I'm not the star, so I don't get too much, but there was a few scenes that were embarrassing, and one of them was it's pretty embarrassing. Some of the stuff they wanted me to do, they wanted me to twerk. I'm not making this up. When the scene came down to it, thank God I didn't have to. I'm basically in like vulgar Tyler Perry movies. Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, yeah.
And I'm like
not involved in that whole thing, are you? Like,
no. But I was gonna do it. I guess like, where is my boundary? It's like, I don't know. What role? I guess the real question is, think about like Brokeback Mountain. Since we're talking about Brokeback Mountain, right? Like those guys allegedly weren't gay. I don't know, but that really put them over. That put them on top, right? And I guess, but it's kind of risky. Like, would I do a Brokeback Mountain movie? Would I make out with a dude? How much money am I getting? Is it going to put me over the top? I don't know. Where is the limit?
So now I'm going to frame it this way. So you said that, like, how much money am I getting? And I think that is the thing with the Harvey Weinstein business. How much money am I going to get? How many roles am I going to get? Famously, Mira Sorvino rebuffed his advances, and she was kind of washed out of the industry. And Paul Sorvino had a lot to say about it. Oscar-winning actress. That's right. I like Mira Sorvino.
Let me look her up. Just to be.
She was in the Marilyn Monroe movie that Ashley Judd played the original Marilyn, and she played the Marilyn Monroe, the creature. She was in Romeo and Michelle's Wedding. What else was she in? What was the serious movie?
I mean, I'm going to give you my honest. I don't know who this woman is. I know the name.
You know why you don't know who she is? Because she was kicked out of the industry. She was blackballed.
Her father was Paul Sorvino.
Her father's Paul Sorvino.
He was in Goodfellas.
In Goodfellas. You putting too many onions in it.
Hold on, let me check. Oh, is that the guy that cuts the garlic with the?
Yes, the garlic with the razor blade. Yes, Paul Sorvino. Yes.
Let me look at it.
I can't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's the boss.
That's
the boss. Okay.
Yeah. Would you mess with his daughter? Oh my God. And apparently he had something to say about it. So he knows.
Look, listen. Is it possible that Harvey Weinstein, whatever, maybe she just fell off? Maybe she wasn't good anyways. Oh, she won an Oscar, you say? So I guess she is good.
Yes.
As far as her looks, she's pretty.
Well, she's all right. She's no Angelina Jolie or Charlize Theron. Like, no offense.
She's not a stunner, but she's definitely a very beautiful woman. She's like kind of like a half step down from Jennifer Aniston. Is that fair?
I would say that. I would actually put her like
Put her, yeah, equal. Maybe like a Jennifer Aniston on the looks department.
Right. So wait, so Dave Murphy said something. The Diddy thing, the allegations, many were this word. You know, we can't say that on YouTube. You know the rules.
Yeah.
So,
wait a minute. Yeah, I'm listening.
So yeah. So what's your take on that part of it? So I get it that lifestyle for Diddy, lifestyle becomes a thing. You know, he's wildly successful. He's got more money than he knows to do with. He's got more time on his hands than he knows what to do with. But what about the business where they were maybe putting something in something and then people got sleepy and then they woke up and it was like, oh, how's your father?
People love to take drugs. They stayed up for days. That means they're on amphetamines probably. They love it. Party and play. That's what they call it. They love to get high and they love to get it on. It enhances the experience, allegedly, I suppose.
So
and that's what they say.
Do you think the ones that are saying that that's what happened, that they're just kind of trying to cover up their own poor judgment?
I don't think it's poor judgment. Maybe, I mean, like, who are we talking about? Cassie or these? I'm not an expert on the trial, so you'll have to. I do apologize.
Some of the others that were like, well, you know, I drank something, I felt woozy, and the next thing I knew, I was face down in a pillow, and all kinds of things were happening.
Well, of course, I'm against non-consensual type activities. I didn't pay attention to that, but I question that. When you're in a party, like, what kind of drugs do you? I mean, this must be a raging party, like probably coke all chopped up on the coffee table all over the place. Sure. People shooting up. Who knows? Meth pipes, crack pipes. I have no idea. Right? That's like a hardcore party. And
so what's going to happen? There's actually going to be a civil trial after this because there were, and I have my own feeling about the ratio to legitimate, illegitimate claims on this, but they had 100 people that were jumping in on this civil case. It was like turning into like a class action suit against Diddy. And you know, like when you're a celebrity, when you have a lot of money, like Tyler Perry's got a situation right now with that guy. I guarantee you we're going to hear 10 more people come up and go, me too. I want $100 million too. You know, that's what it's going to boil down to. And if you had any kind of interaction with those people, you're going to be, you know, a viable defendant.
A strobe light fell from the ceiling and reflected off the mirror, creating a weird effect, and it sprained my eyes, and I need $2 million for the
yes. I sprained my eyes and I need $2 million for the operation. Eddie Murphy, yes. So you know, I think in the civil trial we're going to hear more of those cases. Those allegations were not heard in this particular trial, this criminal federal trial. But there's going to be a civil trial after, and basically they're just going to try and get rid of all of his money. They're just going to try and expropriate, for lack of a better word, his money with all these people that are claiming that they had some kind of interaction. And there's a girl who said she was 13. She went to MTV Music Video Awards or the AMAs or something, and she's 13. Like, who's doing this? 13, trying to get into the awards. And so somebody in one of the limo drivers was like, hey, come with me. You're just Diddy's type. I'm Diddy's driver. And she got in the car, and then, you know, from there, it went absolutely haywire, according to her, allegedly. This is her story. So I think you're right. I think people will boogie down, and, you know, lifestyle, yes, I think it's fine. I do think this trial is going to be really interesting, because I think they're going to be tweezing out who really legitimately was involved and who wasn't. In this, we're not really hearing this federal case. Bless you, honey. We're not really hearing that anyone was medicated and then taken care of. It really did sound like everybody was willingly taking all of that. So I think it's, you know, I do think he's going to go to jail. But I think he's going to appeal. I think he's absolutely going to appeal this. And you know, I think it's going to be one of those things that goes on and on and He needed a Johnny Cochran. He didn't get one. He got Mark Garagos's daughter, and I just don't think that she pulled the same kind of hook as.
Look, Johnny Cochran didn't win because he's Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran won because of Rodney King.
Oh, do you think? I thought Johnny Cochran did a fine job.
No, I mean you don't know. I mean, you know Rodney King, right? You know the whole story.
Yeah. I'm 53. I'm old, dude.
Sure. Sure. It's the same. It's just revenge. It's revenge on Whitey, was what it was, and they said that they admitted to it, and that's what it is. So if he had like maybe this Carmelo Anthony or something, like, you know, if he could somehow, I don't know, it's something like that. I think there's some shooting recently, but no, you know, Diddy. We like to hate on successful people, us normal people, because we're so jealous. We're so jealous of that lifestyle. You know, he had J-Lo at her peak, right? Who knows what kind of parties? Did you do the cards on that? What kind of was J-Lo into the Cassie type activity?
Everybody is saying that J-Lo was present at one of these events, and I don't think that she was. The show Lulu got cut out for a second. I don't think that she was a party to this. I think she was adjacent. Like, you know, if there's weird stuff going on in one room, you know, you may be in another room. Yeah, why not? You know, that whole club shooting thing was very interesting. You know, allegedly he just gave the gun away to someone and they tra-la-la'd off with it, and then the police followed him, and J-Lo's mom was mad, and it was a whole scene. You know, you can't hang around with somebody and not see everything, or not see a lot of it, but you're not going to see everything, is what I'm saying. Like, some people, they're going to hide stuff from you. You know, it's just, you're not going to see it all. So hang on, I'm going to answer Dave Murphy. So Dave, apparently she snuck out. That was a sneaking out to go to like the VMAs or AMAs or whatever she went to, which is bedlam, because like I know where my kids are. Barney, you don't have kids, right? You're still kidless. Yeah, I know where my kids are all the time, and it's really annoying. My son hates it. My daughter's like, "Oh, fine, you can know where I am. I'm not hiding anything. You know, life is good." But you know, with the male trying to go out and, you know, be a man. He's like, "Mom, I don't need you." What are you having for dinner?
Had ribs.
Ooh. What is that? A tin plate?
I love it. You got to get one.
I would need like a 10 of them.
It's great. It cleans. It never breaks. You know. Go to the Indian. I'm anti-dishwasher. You
just wash it by hand?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a salad. That's a big old salad.
It's a great bowl too.
You got the big salad.
I had the big salad, didn't you?
No, you have to. You need a. I know how to cook. Sorry to get off track. When I see people who don't know how to cook try to cook, it is so frustrating, because whatever bowl you think you need to mix, you're wrong. It really is the bigger the better. Like, why struggle with shit falling outside? Look at this. Toss salad, baby, all day, no problems, right? Not to mention a fork, extra big. It's a big fork.
So my mom's got this really cool salad bowl, and it's got like liquid inside of it. It's metal, and it's got liquid inside of it, and you like in between the layers, like a thermos, and you put it in the fridge, and it gets like super cold, or you can put it in the freezer and it gets like icy cold, and you can put all kinds of good stuff in there, so your salad stays cold and crispy on the table. Too fancy.
Like
Too fancy.
No, I don't want cold salad, really, do I? I think I want room temperature. What do I want? It's a good question.
It's summer and you're bringing a salad outside, you want it to stay cold, right?
Does it condensate in this inside though and make it watery? No,
not at all.
Maybe it might be a good idea. I don't know.
It's super fancy. It's science. Science. Billy said it looks like a jail plate.
It does, right? Yeah.
You're not in jail, are you? Like, this isn't like, you know, your allowance that they let you have. They let you live stream.
They don't allow them to use tin anymore, because you can sharpen that into a shape and use the plastic.
Oh, really?
Actually, I think they're paper now.
Oh,
because the plastic you could make a good shake off of.
wow.
I think they're like
I have the plastic ones, but they're like kind of porous. So this is a recent upgrade, and I'm really proud of it. Like the past month, I've been rocking the plastic prism ones. You know, it's like when you put tomato sauce in a clear Tupperware, ruined.
turns
It's
all
like
red. Gross.
it's like when you put the highlight over the Sharpie, ruined. Never the same.
Yeah. Schmeary. So,
But
Barney,
this is good.
what was your
Anyways,
content today? What did you talk about today on your channel?
I didn't go live, but I think you've inspired me, honestly.
Oh, are you going to go live after this?
I think I want to talk about Diddy. Yeah.
He's all fueled up.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
gonna-
ought to eat.
Yeah, he ate. He's all fueled up.
It's all fueled up. I think maybe tomorrow they're certainly not going to want to be there through 4th of July. I mean, not that they're sequestered, but which I what do you think about that they weren't sequestered? I think that was
So sequester is a term we must define, which is a strange term, which I think is totally irrelevant today. Sequester, correct me if I'm wrong, means you take the jury, put them in a hotel, and don't let them read the newspaper or watch TV, right?
yes, affirmative.
You can't do that.
But yeah, you can't do that. You got phones. Like,
Yeah,
what's the point?
You can't take them a phone.
I would take their phones away.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no phone for you. You have
But
to
you
be
can't.
pure as the driven snow.
We can't survive without phones nowadays. I don't even know. I'd panic. There's not even like you can't even put the quarter in to make a phone call.
No,
Even
no,
if-
you can't.
There's that panic though, where you're checking your phone. Oh shit, where's my phone? Like, it happens. Like, what am I gonna do now? I'll never be able to talk to anyone ever again.
I'm never going to get my Google updates. I know it's.
And I said today I couldn't find my keys today, and I was like, oh, if only I had an app on my phone, I could just open the car.
I think they have those. I mean, my biggest fear is not getting my live notification when Fortune Cookies Tear It by Annabelle goes live. I mean, what a travesty that would be to miss that.
There you go.
Thank you, bro.
Now you're speaking your language.
Yeah, I usually don't go live this late. This was a spontaneous one for me. I worked all day. Like I said, I'm doing a sale, so I was back-to-back readings all day long. So
A tarot card reading sale?
yes, it's an independent.
Don't you not want me up here since I don't believe it? Isn't that
No,
bad
not
for
at
your
all.
brain?
My husband Greg is here. And I was telling you when we were on Candors, Greg was not a believer. He was not a believer. And now he is.
But don't you feel bad telling people that their boyfriend's cheating on them?
No, I don't do that.
You don't? I thought that's the number one question.
No. It's relationship stuff. Like what's going on, you know.
Yeah, is my boyfriend cheating? That's the question. Don't lie.
But generally, if they're asked, they ask. She never like gives it out. Like she can't just say, "Oh, he's cheating on you." They usually ask, "Is he cheating on me?" And if they already have the doubt and they have to ask, pretty sure he's probably cheating on her anyway. So she's not really revealing anything.
But it's my responsibility to kind of steer them into a more positive look at the situation. So maybe they're making it up. Maybe they're like, oh, I know he's cheating on me, because they really just want out of the relationship, you know. So like that's kind of the way that you have to look at it.
I don't know what's worse, you breaking up relationships, telling people are cheating, having no idea, or you just giving fake, false, positive readings to every single client. I mean, I guess that's how you get them back, right?
No, I don't always give positive readings. Like, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will come to me and they'll be like, oh wait, what question in the chat, Zeph? Wait, clarify that. I don't know what's going on. What question? So, I don't give them, you know, positive feedback just because I want them to like me. You know, it really is constructive advice. And you said that when I did the reading for you, you were like, well, you just gave me advice. Well, exactly. Like, you know, I am a psychic advisor. So what I am doing is I am advising them on a given situation. Not just necessarily. I actually get more work-related questions than you know, when am I? It's more like, when am I going to find the love of my life? And that I have a totally different answer, because like people are like, where's my soulmate? And I'm like, you don't have a necessarily single soulmate that's all in the world, and you have to find them in the billions of people that are out there. You know, you really have to find someone who aligns with you and with your values, and I can steer them to that person. Here's something interesting. So I did a reading for someone, and I spoke to them on a personal basis, and they reminded me of this. Penny, I already did one for them. They reminded me that I told them they were going to interview for a job, and I go, it's really weird. Like, there's carpet on the walls. Like, this doesn't make any sense, but it's like really ugly carpet on the walls. And she told me in this regular conversation, she was like, yeah, you were right. There was like weird carpet on the wall. It was like soundproofing carpet, but it went on the ceiling too. And it was like this horrible like brown color, she said. So here, we've got testimonies here. I don't always give positive readings. And Valerie said the same thing. Now I feel like I should give everybody a better reading. And she said spot on. No, spit on. I'll spit on too. And Zeph said the same thing, you know. So, wait. This is what Zeph was saying. I've never seen that question in the live chats. Grego is right. If you have to ask, you know. And she was talking about the cheating discussion. So if people are feeling a little off, it may be because they already have suspicions. But I'm not even going to get into the other stuff that I do, like past life regressions and things like that. But, you know, and here Dave Murphy says again, she's been spot on with questions I've answered for him, even when not what I want to hear. So I have to be judicious. I can't, you know, if somebody has a craptastic job and they're like, it's gonna get better, I'm gonna get promoted, I have to tell them, you're not gonna get promoted. You know, like they're ceilinging you. You're not going anywhere. You're gonna be stuck in that job. So if you want to make more money, if you want a title bump, you're gonna have to leave there. You're gonna have to give it a shot. So you know, that's easy enough. You know, plenty of people have called me for I mean, investment advice is another one. Real estate advice, like, you know, finding a house for them, pinpointing that. I do that, all that kind of stuff.
I have a confession.
Sure.
I told my, how shall we say, lawyer friend, contributor.
Well, I don't know. Did they work on your channel?
Well, they come up as a guest.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, yeah, I talked to this Zionist tarot card reader. I got a free reading. Yeah. And she's like, really? What did she say? Or something. I said, I asked about the channel. And I told her what you said. I tell you what she said. She's like, oh my God, I was just thinking of that. I was waiting for the right time to say, hey, let's start a regular show, you and me, and, you know, really go in on it and have the co-contributor. She's so right. Oh my God. How did she know? I'm not making this up. So
no, I'm not making it up either.
And get ready for this. You can kind of take credit for this if it's whatever, or maybe, or let me just run this by you. We were talking to somebody, or was it you or something? We were talking about something, and we're like, what should we call the show? I mean, I still have my show, but we're gonna have like a segment of the show. That makes sense. We're gonna be like, I think we're floating like it's in the cards or something. Does that make sense? Like, or what's in the cards, or it's in the cards. So we're thinking of like, I don't know, we might even have tarot cards on the thumbnail. I just wanted to do like regular 52 cards, whatever those are called. But she said, no, we need tarot cards. I'm like, tarot cards are fake. Don't do it. They're evil.
So
Said, no, we need tarot cards. So be prepared. Sometime this week or next week, at least, at minimum.
okay, I think that's awesome. And I'm glad. Here, Zephyr said she thinks she likes what's in the cards. So we're actually streaming to my other channel. So I have another channel called the Psychic News Report, but it's kind of on hiatus right now. So what the Psychic News Report was, a friend of mine, his name's Rob Akampora. He's a DJ here in the Northeast. He actually was down in Maryland. He was down in your neck of the woods for a while on a country station for a long time. But back in the 90s, when I became friends with him, he was at an alternative station up here at the Jersey Shore. So I always wanted to work with Rob. And so I was like, I really would love to like host a show and like kind of do it together. And he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I said, but I want like a panel. So I got a psychic medium from England. His name's Rick Paul. I got a Vedic astrologer named Thor Sandalwood. Both of them are content creators here on YouTube. And Rob Akampora, who also has the A Game with Rob Akampora. And he's got like regular radio jobs that keep him pretty busy. So he's, does like the YouTubing light. But so what we would do is Rob would kind of present the news, like trending topic news. And then we would get 3 different psychic perspectives on it. It was actually really cool. It was a cool idea. Thor had to bail because he had some other obligations that he had to take care of. And it just didn't have the same kind of magic. So I was like, until I get somebody else, until I get another astrologer in there. Because astrology, if you consider it like a science, and HD Tutor kind of held my feet to the fire on this. I kept telling them I'm not an astrologer. Like I don't know. I have a couple of books. I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't really get how it works. But HD Tutor was like, well, how are the stars and the planets aligning? And that makes me have a different personality. And I said, I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I know Western astrology is very good about creating accurate pictures of how people interface, like their emotions, their behaviors, their inclinations. And Vedic astrology does that as well, but it also will give you really great timing. So I've been experimenting with a couple of different things, like working on timing, specifically with Lenormand cards, which are basically playing cards. It's 32 playing cards. So Zeph is laughing at me, my mod. She goes, I don't have to be dangerous. I say that a lot. I don't have to be dangerous.
Well, drop your link to your other channel. I'll sub.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of subs, and I should live stream to it all the time. It's actually a very cool concept. You can watch some of the old features that were on there. We do like psychic breaking news. My girlfriend Debbie would come on. She's actually one of my students. She's a very gifted psychic, but she would come on and we would talk about breaking news. Like we do these little briefs, but it was just a bit much for me to run 2 channels at the same time too. Like once one is like cooking and humming along, then maybe branch out. So part of the reason why I like just have it on the back burner for now, but still keeping it and still keeping the websites for it. So I had a lot of issues with that too. I had like 2 other psychics like come up to me and they were like, I have that name. Somebody tried to tell me that the term breaking psychic news was hers and no one else could use it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I knew a tarot card reader, YouTuber. She was successful, as I said.
Yeah.
And I saw the inception of the channel. Sure enough, someone stole the name of the channel.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I have a backup name. In fact, when I hit 10,000, I may rebrand. So I don't know. This name, it's my LLC. So like, it is what it is. But I have another name too. So I also have Miranda Von Scuttlebutt. That's my fake name. That was supposed to be my undercover name for my social medias that I was going to keep private, but that didn't work out. That people found me out. So it's all over the place.
Fortune Cookies Tarot. The good thing about the name is it's probably easy to find. Fortune Cookie Tarot. You're probably the only one.
Yeah. On TikTok, I had the name Fortune Cookies Tarot, and there was a guy who was Fortune Cookie Tarot, and yeah, oh, Greg, are you going upstairs?
Yeah.
Can I have a refill, please? He hit me with like a copyright strike and got my TikTok channel shut down. Are you kidding me? Thank you, honey bunny. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not supposed to be on TikTok right now. You're not on TikTok, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I got my first TikTok got banned.
Why?
I think I was talking about your people, your Zios, and I got banned. But I thought it was like okay to, each platform has its own little thing to it. So I'm not sure.
What's your feeling about X, Twitter? Like, because it's like the wild, wild west. You can do anything on there.
It's great.
I actually don't have a problem with it. Like, I think people need to be a lot less poised to be offended. I mean, we had our moment, but like, not offended. Like, there's always another day. There's always, and I like your content. When I went and I looked at your channel, I was like, oh, I like his content. But I think people are so ready to be offended. Like, I'm just going to get in my box and I am going to be offended. Thank you, my darling. I'm going to get in my box and I'm going to be offended if anybody says anything outside my box. And I am, above all, I like to consider myself a scholar in the sense that I want to learn more about things. Like, I'm not going to go to Mount Rushmore and just stare up at it and go, oh, look, it's pretty cool. Like, I want to know, like, about the people that built it. I want to know about what was there before. I want to know about the controversy. Like, I want to soak up all of the information about it. And I think if we're so busy being offended by everything, or anything that that we're not keen on, we miss out on learning so many different things. Like, I don't know. I mean, what's your take on that? Did you go to university? Did you get your master's? Like, what was your pathway to where you are now learning?
Actually, I guess I'll confess, I went to culinary school.
Ooh, I really like you can cook.
But you don't really learn. I mean, you learn to cook in your jobs, right?
It's like
you see stuff.
Yeah, the same thing.
You see stuff. If I would do it again, I wouldn't go to culinary. I mean, I wouldn't even cook if I was going to do life over again. Don't do it. I actually got a bachelor's degree, which is like insane. And it's kind of a joke, but I did get a bachelor's degree from Johnson and Wales of all places. I don't know. It's like there's a couple of them, and then I became a nurse, or I was an EMT. I just took like some classes at community college, and then I got an associate's in nursing. But my actual credits transferred from my culinary school, if you can believe it or not. But I never. No, I never had a job where I had to wear a tie, or I've always been, even nursing is blue collar, I guess. Kind of, I never sit at a desk. I never worked at an office. I've done a lot of things.
So culinary, you didn't enjoy that as a career?
As a cook, chef, whatever you want to call it, line cook, prep cook, pastry cook, chef, sous chef, all the terms. You don't earn, and you work hard.
Yeah.
A plumber earns, a framer earns, an electrician earns. Cooks don't earn. I got a modicum of success when I became the chef, but then you're just trapped. You're trapped in a damn kitchen.
It's I think, and I'm half Italian, so I cook. Had to, otherwise, I would have been ousted from the family. Actually, I'm a quarter Italian. But I think it is an art form. I love the process of cooking. Thanksgiving is my favorite meal. That is my Super Bowl. Like I am cooking for 2 days before. Greg and I, we host an fest every year. We have anywhere between like 75 and 150 people every year. And everybody comes and we make all of our own German food. Like we stuff our own sausages, we make everything from scratch. We make our own we outsource the pretzels because we make like one batch that's like homemade. I make it out of sourdough cast off, and they go like that, and we have to order in. So it makes a lot of sense. But that's a lot of fun. That like I like the process. I like the journey of getting there. Food's my love language. Like that's how I show people I care about them. I make them a batch of cookies. I make them homemade pizza. Whatever it is. What's your favorite thing to cook for yourself?
Well, I eat a piece of Chilean sea bass on my birthday, maybe because it's so freaking expensive. When I used to cook, I had access to all that stuff, all the food, and I don't really have it anymore. Chilean sea bass is my favorite, but it's expensive. It's a piece of fish. But the thing is, like, it's great knowing how to cook. It really is. When I see people trying to cook, it's so painful to watch people try to cook that have no idea, and it's great. Like, and especially people are like, "What's no recipe?" Oh, I use baking recipes, sure, but I don't use recipes.
Different.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to cook. I go to the store. What's on sale? What's fresh? That's it. It's simple. It's wonderful. It's great. And and another thing is I'm poor, so I can cook. I know how to save money, and the food I eat is good. I mean, look at this. This is pretty good. That's a salad. It's pretty.
So do you have Restaurant Depot down there? Do you know what that is?
For tools? Yeah.
No. Restaurant Depot up here, and I don't know if it's down there.
Where are you? You're in Jersey Shore?
I'm in New Jersey.
Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
I just saw that elephant recently. That's why I said that.
The elephant? What elephant?
It's on Jersey Shore.
Oh no, that's way down south. That's nowhere near us.
Oh, it's Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it's like Dover. That's like an hour and a half away.
It's near the casinos.
Yes. We're not Atlantic City. We're not there.
Lucy the elephant. That's what it was.
Lucy the elephant. So Restaurant Depot is a restaurant supply house, and if you have a tax ID, you don't have to have a restaurant. If you have tax ID, you can go in there. And you can buy at restaurant prices. You can buy stuff in bulk. You can buy it like medium bulk. But like, we have a chest freezer. So we can go and get a bunch of steaks and like stick them in there. We can, pre-make stuff and freeze it in there. If we're having a big party, we can go there and we can do what we got to do.
My favorite is, it's like Mexican or whatever. It's La Mart or LA Mart. I don't know what it's called. But like, these tomatoes here, I don't know where they source their food, but see these, like, what do they call these? I don't even know. Grape or something.
Oh, are they? Yes.
If you get these
like little sausages, no offense, but
yeah. Well, they're not called grape. They're called something. But, if you buy these at Giant or anything, they're like $4 a pint. They're like $79 a pint, but they're ripe and you have to eat them immediately. But like, I know all the secrets, but, yeah. I'll tell you about Thanksgiving. I wanted to share something about Thanksgiving, and then I think I got to go. But when I cook for Thanksgiving, do you know how to debone a turkey or chicken?
Like spatchcock? Like what do you mean? I don't know how to take all of the bones out.
Okay.
I mean, I know how to carve it once it's cooked. Do you mean before or after?
Before, when it's raw. If maybe you shouldn't do it, but I'll just tell you what I do, right? The problem with Thanksgiving is there's not enough gravy.
Really?
That's the problem. And then people start using not real gravy. I don't want that. I want real gravy made from real turkey stock.
Okay.
I have a solution. You have to carve or excuse me, debone the turkey, right? So I don't know, watch a YouTube video. You can take a knife, you run it down the breast, you take it off, you take the wing off. You can do it all. You can do it in 2 pieces, really. And then it's like the breast and the wing, and then the thigh and the leg. And it's like, and then of course you cut it. So you have the breast, the breast and the wing, and then just, I'll cut the thighs from the leg too, actually. And then I'll save the meat. And then I'll have just the carcass and all the giblets and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You roast that, the turkey bones. Roast it. And then you make your turkey stock overnight. And then you've got like all this freaking turkey stock. And when it comes time to cook the turkey, I don't know what kind of oven you have, what kind of pans you have, but you put the pan on the fire and you put the big breast in, right? And you put the thighs in another pan. And you cook it kind of like, I don't know if you ever cooked a duck where you get the skin, you render it out until it's crispy and brown. Yeah, and then you flip it and then you throw it in the oven. Uh-huh. And then each one cooks at a different time. You know, the breast versus the thigh. Even the thigh, I'll take out the thigh bone, so it'll be real quick. You get that meat cooked quick, but then you have all this turkey stock, and then you make your roux. You chop up all the, gizzards and all that stuff, and it's great. I don't recommend it if you've never done it, but just maybe like if you ever eat turkey not on Thanksgiving, try it. It's fun.
I never have a problem with not enough gravy though, because I brine. Do you brine? Are you briner?
Well, my brother-in-law, it depends who's doing it. My brother-in-law, he's been getting into smoking or he fries them. Some people, depends who I'm with. Certain people do different things. Like my brother-in-law, he fries it, so he brines it and fries it. My other cousin, he'll like smoke it. It just depends. But I'm familiar with it, but it's not like I'm not against it. I'm not an expert though.
I brine and I don't stuff. I do aromatic in it. So I put like an apple. I do the poultry bundle, the sage, thyme, and rosemary all bundled up and shove it in there. I also
That's a song. That's a song. You should sing it.
It is a song. It's a Diddy song.
No, it's not. It's a Paul Simon song.
It's a Paul Simon song.
It is. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. No.
No, it is. It is. So from the brining, you get a lot of drippings. You get a lot of drippings there. And then I have my stock from other stuff. Like I have stockpiled stock. Because once we cook the turkey, then we use the carcass and we make stock out of that, set that on the side. But I never stuff it. We have a really big family, so and we host. So in order for us to make a turkey that's an appropriate size, we have to really cut down on the time. So stuffing really helps not doing that. So I make a dressing. I make an apple, sage, chestnut stuffing and sausage. I've got some sausage mixed in there, and it is the jam-a-llama. My sister-in-law does not eat pork. And the first Thanksgiving we had, she was like, "This stuffing is delicious," and we were like, "It's because it's got pork in it."
Shouldn't do that.
But we didn't know she was going to eat it. We thought she knew there was pork in it. I told her there was stuffing in it. So, or there was, I told her there was sausage in it, and it just kind of went over her head, and she was like, F it, it's delicious. So, it was an accident. It was an accident. We didn't trick her. But yeah, so Barney, it's fantastic to host you over here. So anybody who's on, if you didn't already, go over, give Barney a sub. I put his, Zephyr put his link in there. Go give him a sub. And are you going to do cooking on your show ever? Are you going to talk about food? Do you talk about food on your show?
I actually have a failed YouTube channel that I nuked. It's all unlisted. So maybe I'll slowly bring some stuff out.
I think more people need to get into the art of cooking. Like so many people think it's like a chore, like I've got to get this done, and every day you know, it's kind of annoying. I like to meal prep so everybody can just kind of grab and go during the week. But I want one day a week where like I can really luxuriate in making like a really fantastic meal, like Sunday roast, or you know, like a big pasta dinner, like my Italian side of the family used to have. I think that is a lost art. I think you know the world moves very quickly, and we don't get to luxuriate in those moments. And I think we should do more of that.
Sounds great. On that note, I'm going to go Google luxuriate because that's a new term for me. And I will luxuriate. Are you making words up?
Yes.
Luxuriate. Enjoy oneself in a luxurious way. Wow, you're amazing. Okay, thank you so much.
It was a real word. That was a real word.
It is. You're amazing. You're amazing.
All right, Barney. I'll see you later, man. We'll see you over on your channel. All right.
See you. Bye.
Have fun with your collaboration that I predicted. Well, there it is. So, guys, that's Barney. You know, I think it's very cool. I think it's very cool. So, guys, I'm going to jump off too. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope we did talk about some Diddy stuff. We should have some kind of verdict tomorrow. We should have something tomorrow. So let's see what happens. I know that those jurors are not going to want to be in there on the 3rd and definitely not on the 4th because court is closed. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for meeting my friend Barney. And I will see you all in the future.